Hey everyone, it's me, Tyler Breeze. That's Fandango.
Dun dun!
Fandango. And most people probably don't really know what we're doing, but there is a segment on wrestling right now called the Fashion Files.
Fashion Files.
Even if you guys don't like wrestling or don't watch, it is hilariously funny and worth looking up. They do like movie parodies and are really bad detectives.
Like this month they're going through they did Tarantino stuff.
Yeah.
So Pulp Fiction, and then last night was Reservoir Dogs.
Next week they're doing Stranger Things.
Stranger things.
Yeah. It is hilariously funny. So the costume probably doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but we're going to do wrestling action figures. And
they fight fashion crime.
Yeah, it's fashion. It is maybe the best. You know, they don't ever wrestle, but it is so entertaining.
And it's definitely worth looking up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome.
Type it into YouTube.
Yeah, we're going to go through some wrestling action figures.
Yeah.
It's part of this glorious Halloween week.
Some loose wrestling action figures.
Let's start with the chairman. I think we've done... This is a little more closer to what Vince looks like compared to that last one where it was like him, like when he was like ripped 90s Vince.
He's pretty beefy there, though,
He is.
too.
This is one of those talking ones, it looks like. It's got those metal bars.
Vinnie Mac.
Vinnie Mac, the guy who made all this wrestling greatness happen. Yeah, we owe a lot to Vince.
He fluctuates back and forth as to whether or not he's a billionaire.
Yep. You're a millionaire? That should be a billionaire.
Yeah. But he was a billionaire for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I don't think so lately. I don't think the network's doing, or overall they're losing money, it sounds like.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're not even able to sell out arenas.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a shame.
It is a shame.
I got Mr. T.
Naked.
I want to know what he's missing, though. Because, I mean, he's got kind of like skin tone shorts. I mean, this goes way, way back.
That's an oldie.
This is 1983. I think it's wrestling because he's got wrestling boots on. Right?
Oh, I think it is. I would be surprised if it wasn't.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
The one thing that I think is very funny about Mr. T, they did a good job on his face. Really, they did. But then he's got like a neck tattoo that just says Hong Kong. Like, I know it's like saying that it was made in Hong Kong, but it's like so prevalent.
That's kind of weird.
On his neck.
I feel like that. Man, well, let's look at this one. I feel like they didn't do that with Sheiky.
Ooh.
God, this is a nice figure.
Hell yeah, it is.
Iron Sheik. Got this at the bargain bin. And boy, I mean, the clothes are still very minty.
Yeah. And the robes are the kind of things,
sweet boots.
And same with the hat, that get separated from him at some point in like a kid's closet or kid's toy chest. And then eventually they come across and they're like, well, who did this go to?
Yeah.
And then it just gets thrown away.
We experienced some of that.
Oh, we experienced a lot of it.
But this is, boy, especially for that era, I feel like this is super detailed. You have a knife on one boot and a camel on the other. Or I guess it's on both, but very detailed for that era.
Awesome heel. One of the all-time great heels.
Oh, yeah. I believe he's credited with first saying jabroni, which The Rock ripped from him.
That is awesome.
Jabroni!
A good heel is someone that you love to hate, and you love to hate him.
Yeah.
Iron Sheik, that's for sure. X-Pac.
X-Pac!
I had to talk about him. DX.
That's your boy.
Oh, yeah. DX X-Pac. You know, when you were growing up in the 90s, in the early 2000s, and, like, wrestling was so huge, everybody had to have a favorite wrestler. And mine was X-Pac.
You love it.
I would say I love X-Pac. And I think part of it's, I mean, he's a great wrestler, very technical. He can do anything. He can make anybody look good. But I also think I pick X-Pac just so that I wasn't, like, picking Triple H, like a lot of other people were doing.
Yeah. X-Pac is underrated. He was a very good wrestler.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Very technically strong, like you said.
Yeah. DX was so cool.
Let's go with good old Rock. Boy, I like The Rock. Everybody likes The Rock. He wasn't necessarily my favorite back in the day because I thought, well, because especially when he was feuding with Mankind, he used to really irritate me. Like I was kind of a mark against The Rock, you could say.
I can get that. I mean, he's another. He eventually had a huge face turn.
Yeah,
but he started out like his rise to success. Fantastic heel. Yeah. Fantastic heel.
He's a great guy. I like him a lot. But man, there was a time, especially when he was feuding with Volley, where I was like, I do not like you, Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, but yeah, he's one of the biggest stars in the world now.
Yeah, you can tell that this was at his heel point too, because look at those sideburns.
Wow,
huge sideburns.
Those are massive sideburns.
Those like almost go all the way down to his jawline.
Yeah,
they got the people's eyebrow going. I'm going to talk about these together.
Nice,
just they're neat. I got...
God, these are cool.
Yeah, where did you get these?
One of the flea markets. Maybe that guy where we got the Bionic Woman board games. I think I picked up this bag.
Oh.
They're so detailed. And they're metal.
Yeah, and they're from 1998. Really, really detailed. Like, awesome detailed. And they're die cast. So they're... I mean,
Get back in there.
They're nice and sturdy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're very, very cool.
Diamond Dallas Page is doing an awesome diamond cutter. Yeah. Then you got
They say Jay-Z took that from Diamond Dallas Page.
Really?
He was... I could be
kinda,
way wrong, but yeah.
It would kind of make sense. You got NWO Macho Man.
Yeah.
So cool.
Very cool.
So cool.
They're heavy. They're heavy little suckers.
They are heavy. Now I think
you gotta go. Yep.
Yeah. I'll talk about my boy.
Oh, it's hurting my eyes.
I got pretty worn down. I think I paid 50 cents for him. John Cena.
Ugh, he sucks.
Well played with. I love John Cena. I think he is great. Hustle, loyalty, respect. You know?
Now you can't see him.
I love him. Because I gave up on wrestling right around the time John Cena was hitting the scene. So I haven't been oversaturated with him for the last decade and a half, really.
I like hating him.
So he's great. I mean, he is a part-timer these days. He doesn't show up very often, but I absolutely love this guy.
Oh, you're making me want to throw up in my mouth.
I think he's
great. Ugh.
I don't think there's a better guy on the mic. Boy, I shouldn't say that because there's some really good talent. Like Kevin Owens really good on the mic. The Miz is really good on the mic. But John Cena can cut a promo like it's nobody's business.
I can't argue with that.
He made Roman Reigns look stupid.
Yeah.
You know?
And they say Reigns isn't as bad as they say on the mic, but yeah, he made Reigns.
Reigns had some of his best mic work during his last feud with John Cena, and he still looked insanely stupid.
Yeah, yeah. It is hard to argue with Cena's talent, but God, I hate him. Put him away.
He's great.
Ugh. Ooh, Draws. Draws is missing his mohawk, but if anybody ever saw Beyond the Mat, he was one of the characters that was featured, and like one of the first times they brought him in to talk to Vince, this man was like, well, I heard you can puke on command. Can you do that for me? And like he pulls out a garbage can. He's like, do you need some coffee? And he tries doing it, like throwing up on command, and he can't do it. But he had to run for a while. And then D'Lo Brown gave him a pile driver.
Not a pile driver.
What was it?
It was a power bomb.
Power bomb.
Yep.
And it paralyzed him.
Paralyzed him.
Paralyzed for the rest of his life.
From the waist down, correct?
Yeah, you might know more than I do.
I believe he's paralyzed from the waist down. And what happened is Draws used to wear really baggy clothing.
Oh.
And during this, he was wearing like a cut-off midriff t-shirt that was super baggy. And D'Lo Brown made the mistake of trying to hold the power bomb from that. And he just didn't have good hold of Draws when he did it. And he threw him down. And when you do a power bomb to somebody, you want them to land square on their back.
Sure.
And he landed square on his neck and shoulders.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Another one of the WWE like archival footage that they have, they'll never erase, but it'll never show up again. There's a handful. That's actually really interesting. There's a handful of WWE archival footage that they have. They'll never erase it because it's part of history that they'll never show again.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, some of that Benoit stuff, the Owen Hart stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like the Benoit tribute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, that's probably enough about that. George, the Animal, Steel.
That's a great figure.
1986. These figures are so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're nice and big. They're bigger than your typical wrestling figure.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very, very detailed. Somebody painted on this one on the face, but, you know, it just doesn't really take away from George the Animal Steel.
No, you still got that sweet bumps they did for how this man was so hairy.
Oh, yeah.
Like impossibly hairy.
Impossibly hairy.
Yeah. I don't think, it just seems like guys aren't hairy like they used to be.
I don't think it's part of what they're going for necessarily.
No, I mean in general. I'm talking about like guys in general. Like I feel like our generation isn't nearly as hairy as like, you know?
That's true.
I mean, I don't stare at a lot of dudes shirtless.
People who are on the card now that are hairy, I can think of one. And it's Rusev.
Yeah, he's not even that hairy though.
No, but
he's got chest hair.
He's got chest hair for sure.
Yeah.
George.
Maybe he waxes. I don't know.
Well, who knows? Yeah. Who knows?
I tell you, I think there's a real cultural shift.
Dun dun! It's a case for the Fashion Files.
I wish we did do the Fashion Files. Oh, Jake the Snake. Oh, Jake the Snake had a nice hairy chest.
Yeah.
Boy, as far as what era this is of Jake the Snake, it is hard to tell. Because it doesn't even necessarily...
It looks really hard to tell.
The face is pretty good, but like his pants and stuff, I can't tell what they were... His boots look the same, but his pants look odd to me.
That looks like a late 90s toy to me. So it's like probably a reissue of Jake the Snake.
I think you're right. I don't like the pants, if I'm being honest.
They
don't match. They're like 3 different kinds of pants.
We've both touched Jake the Snake.
Oh, yeah.
We had our arms around him. We took a photo together.
Did you save any of those photos? Why don't we save things?
I'm sure maybe. Oh, I posted it to Facebook, so it's saved.
Good.
Via Facebook.
It would be nice if we could like flash that up here, but like I'm so bad with taking photos of things. Like I'm sure I erased it. And what a great photo!
Yeah. No,
well, we got his autograph and stuff.
Very nice guy.
He was a nice guy. Yeah.
I got the last one that we're going to be talking about. 619.
619!
Rey Mysterio Jr. One of the greatest, you know, if you had to classify him, he's like a modern day cruiserweight. Mm-hmm. You know, he's a smaller guy. He's a, what are they called? Luchador?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And there was a small stint, because in the luchador tradition, you never take your mask off. Mm-mm. If you're in public even, you never take your mask off. And WWE actually had him take his mask off. And I'm sure he was fairly uncomfortable with it. Because now if you see Rey Mysterio Jr. doing work, he's back in that mask.
Yeah. He looks kind of weird without a mask.
Yeah.
Maybe because it was just because you got so used to him? Because he had kind of like a very young face.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
he's not a young man, you know?
Yeah, he's late 40s now.
Oh.
You can still wrestle and be good in your late 40s.
For sure.
And I hear he's still good.
That guy is super talented.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He was around WCW forever. I mean, he's been wrestling for years. I think he's in Lucha Underground now, is where I think he's wrestling.
That sounds right. He does some awesome rope work. Mm-hmm. He has the 619, which is the area code of where he's from. But he swings his body through the top 2 ropes and kicks his opponents.
Yeah.
And Cesaro has taken that over, the Swiss assassin, and he calls it the Swiss 19.
Swiss 19.
Swiss 19. He doesn't do it too often because he's a bigger dude, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard to do that.
He's so talented. He has a lot of moves, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's fun talking about wrestling.
It is fun talking about wrestling.
I know our core audiences are not wrestling fans.
Like, my brain actually gets a little more active, I think, when we start talking about wrestling than other things.
It really is fun.
We watch a lot of wrestling.
Yeah.
If you guys couldn't tell.
At least 5 hours a week.
Yeah.
Because if you have to watch 5 hours a week if you're a WWE fan.
Yeah, have to. What, you want to get out of the storylines?
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. 5 videos a week, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central Time. Like, subscribe,
comment. Some comments. Yeah, comments are fun.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Remember, too sweet.
2 brothers in Nebraska, pop culture's what they love. Join them as they talk about all of their cool stuff. Adventures in pop culture.
I think I've heard of him.